Hi, I'm Ginny, and today I'm here to teach you some of our signs that we've been using in the Signs of the Time ASL Storytime. So these signs are ones that we've used in the story times around a few different themes, such as ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, farm animals, colors, and food. So just a note before we get started, American Sign Language is its own language, just like Spanish, Italian, Polish, all of those languages. So it has its own grammar and syntax. We're not going to be concentrating on that grammar and syntax. We are going to be learning individual signs so that you and your child can kind of learn together, as well as do a conversation starter about deaf culture and different ways that people communicate. So right now we're going to start with our ABCs. So are you ready? We're going to need our hands, of course. So A looks just like this, a fist with your thumb on the side. B, B, C, just looks like a C, right? D, point your finger up and the rest in an O shape. D, E, so you're going to have your thumb flat and all of your other fingers resting right on top of that thumb. E, F, just your pointer and thumb together, the rest of your fingers out. F, G, so we have our pointer finger out and our thumb out. G, H, so middle finger and pointer finger out, thumb kind of tucked in, just like that. H, I, just like an A, except your pinky is up. I, J, so you make a J in the air with that pinky finger. J, K is hard. So we have our pointer finger up, our middle finger kind of horizontal, and then our thumb in between. K. L, so just like the letter L. M, so we're going to tuck our thumb in between our pinky and our ring finger. M, and that's what it looks like from the side. Now N, we're going to shift that thumb one space, and there it is. And it kind of looks like an N. N. O, so this is similar to E, which is like this, but not quite. So instead of resting all your fingers on your thumb like an E, we're going to bring our thumb up and touch either the pointer or middle finger. O, P, so it's just like the K, except you turn it upside down. So here's K and P. There's P. Q, now this is very similar to G because you just turn it upside down. Q. R, we're going to cross our fingers just like this. R. S. So this one is similar to A, isn't it? Which is right here. But S, we fold our thumb in front of our fingers. S. T, so our thumb goes in between our pointer and our middle finger, very similar to N and M. T. U, you just have our middle and pointer fingers up. U. V, just like you're giving a peace sign. V, you can see it makes that letter shape. W, so you just bring up one more finger. X, so we have just our pointer finger up, but it's curled just like that. X. Y, looks just like a Y, doesn't it? And Z, you draw a Z in the air. So those were our ABCs. All right, now we're going to learn our numbers 1 through 10. So for 1 through 5, we actually have our palm facing us. So here's my palm, and it's going to face me. So we go like this. 1, 2, 3. This one is a little different from how we count on our fingers normally, right? So 3, 4, 5. Now we turn that palm around and touch our pinky and thumb together. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, let's move into farm. So our farm story time was so much fun, and we learned lots of different animals and words in ASL for it. So we're gonna start with farm. So we're gonna take our hand, put it up by your chin, up here or right below your ear, and just slide it along your chin. And that means farm. Now, if we wanted to say farmer, we would go like this. Farm agent. This is how we say a person. So that means farmer. Now, next we have a barn. It's not quite a barn, but it's gonna be like this. Farm house. So that's what a barn means. We connect the word farm to the word house. Next, we're gonna do tractor. I know a lot of you like tractors out there. So we're gonna take the number 3 and we're gonna orient it like this so that it's kind of like you're pointing at someone with a 3. But then we're gonna take a C letter and just kind of attach it to our thumb and move. And that movement is part of the word tractor. So there we go, tractor. Next, we're gonna learn some of the animals. So cow, we take our Y sign, put it right up here by our head, and we just tilt a little bit. It looks like a cow horn. Next is duck. So we're gonna take our pointer finger and our middle finger and our thumb. We're gonna put it up by our nose and move it like a quacking duck. Quack, quack. Next is pig. We're gonna take our flat hand, put it right under our chin, and then just wave our hand like this. Pig. Sheep is next. Now this one we need our arm and we need the letter V. So sheep, you just go ahead and kind of like you're shearing a sheep. So you're trimming the hair off the sheep. Next we have mouse. So we're just gonna take our pointer finger and kind of swipe our nose. Mouse. Now we have dog. This is a fun one because you get to pat your leg and then snap. Pat and snap, and that means dog. Cat, we're gonna take our F and we just do our little whiskers like this, like you're stroking the cat whiskers. And you can do that with both or one. Now we're gonna do goose. It's very similar to duck, except we're gonna use our full hand. Goose. Geese are normally very big, much bigger than ducks. So that's why we go small for ducks and big for goose. Let's see, moth. Now this one is usually spelled out. So M-O-T-H. And then after you spell it out, you can shorten the word to butterfly. So this is the sign for butterfly, but you want to always say M-O-T-H before you shorten that. All right, next, bat. This isn't quite a farm animal, but you do see a lot of bats in the wild and out in the countryside at night. So this is kind of connected to farm. So we're gonna make an X with our hands, and then we're gonna make an X with our hand sign. So this is the letter X, remember? So we just make the X and then make 2 little X's on our hands. So bat. Last couple ones, we have fox. So we take our F sign, put it by our nose and wiggle it, just like a curious little fox. And our last one is moon. So we take our C hand right here by our eye, and then we float it out, moon. And that's our farm signs. Now we're gonna do colors. So the word color in sign language, you put your whole hand up here by your chin and wiggle your fingers, colors. Now blue, we're gonna take the B hand sign and kind of wave it, wiggle it. Red, we're gonna point to our chin with our hand, pull down and curl our finger at the same time. Red, red. Next is yellow, so make a Y hand sign, just like the letter Y, and wiggle. White is next, so we're gonna kind of start with our hand flat on our chest, and then pull out and close our hand as we're pulling. White, white. Purple, this one's hard. So we have a P, which is an upside down K hand sign, but we have the P and then we shake. Purple. Orange, we put our hand right up here by our chin and we squeeze like you're squeezing an orange. Green, we're gonna take the G hand sign, just like this, and shake, G. Gray, this one's fun because it's a little challenging because you have to move your fingers in between each other. So gray. I'm not always good at that. I knock against my other fingers. Black, we're gonna take our finger right up here by our forehead and just swipe, black. Brown, we're gonna take the B hand sign and just draw it down our face, brown. Now finally, rainbow. You can't learn colors without rainbow, right? So we take our hand over here and we do a little arc, kind of like a rainbow arcs. And those are our colors. So in our food story time, we're going to learn a lot of different signs for foods and also how to process foods. So how do you make foods? So apple is going to be our first one. We take our X sign, just like this, put it up here by your cheek and twist. And that means apple. Next is pear. So we're going to take our non-dominant hand. For me, it's my left hand. That means I write with my right hand. So our left hand or your right hand if it's non-dominant, and then you kind of put your other hand up here and pull it out. So it's kind of that little movement, pear. Because this kind of looks like a pear, doesn't it? With a small top and a big bottom. Pear. Next is strawberry. So we're going to take, again, our non-dominant hand, and we're going to point, take an O shape, and go like this, strawberry. Next is oranges, and just like the color, it's going to be like this, orange. Cake is next. I love cake. So we put our palm up, we take our C hand figure, and then we just slide it along our palm. Cake, kind of like that. There you can see a little better. Cake. Ice cream. So we take, like we're holding a cone, just like this, and we go like that. If you really want to do it, you can even stick your tongue out. Cheese is next. So we're going to take one hand palm up, the other hand palm down, and connect our heels of our hands. And then we twist it like this. Cheese. Candy. Take a pointer finger, put it near our cheek, just like the apple, and then we twist. Candy. Sausage. This can also mean hot dog. So we go like this, scrunch, and then again, and scrunch. So hot dog or sausage. Next, we have the words for learning how to process food or how to make the food. So general words like eat, eat, take your whole finger and scrunch them up together, and then tap your chin. Eat. Now if you do it twice, that means food. Next is drink. So we're going to take our C finger, or C sign, put it up by our chin, just our thumb, and then tilt it back, kind of like you have a cup in your hand and are drinking. Next is bake. So we're going to put one hand on top, palm down, and our next hand, palm up, slides underneath, kind of like you're putting something into the oven. Bake. Stir. We're going to take one hand sideways like this, and the other one is going to make a stirring movement. Stir. Grind. So we're going to take two fists, two A's, put them together so that each palm is near each other, and then we just kind of do a little circle motion, like you're grinding stone and corn. Grind. Harvest. So we're going to take our arm and take our other hand like a chopping motion, and we're going to harvest down our arm. Next is plant. So we're going to take one hand and we're kind of going to rub our fingers together as we dip, like we're putting seeds in the ground. Plant. Chop. Palm up, and our other palm, or our other hand, is going to make chopping motions all the way down your palm, all the way up to the fingers. Leaf. Now this you wouldn't think would go with food, but in story time we read The Hungry Caterpillar, and that involves some good tasting leaves. So we go like this. Our hand, one hand points to the other's palm, and then we move that palm like a floating leaf. Leaf. Two more words, fruit and vegetables. Now fruit, we take our F hand sign, put it up here by our cheek, and then twist. Fruit. And vegetable is very similar, except vegetable begins with what letter? V. That's right. So we take our V hand sign, put it up by our cheek, and twist. And those are our food signs. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you get to practice a little bit. And next time I see you around the library, maybe you can show me some of the signs you've learned. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.